Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo, and I have a very special guest with me tonight, one of the OGs in the XRP community. This is Crypto Man, as everyone knows him as, but it's also David Peacock, and he is part of a team that we're going to learn a lot about because, well, he's building on the XRP Ledger. David, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on, Eri. It's really nice to actually meet you finally in person. Well, I say in person, but it's as good as it can be.
Yeah, the next best thing. We have known each other for a few years, haven't we?
We have, yeah. So we certainly have, yeah.
I think I came into the XRP community fairly strong in 2018, but you precede that. You were already really making part of the community in 2017. So much respect to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, the XRP community in 2017 was the first real crypto that I got involved in community-wise. It just felt as though it was kind of like the right community fit for myself. It was such a nice start to being in a crypto journey.
Yeah, those were the early days, and the community's been through a lot. I was unfortunate to have been fed the wrong information in 2017, and at that time, I think a lot of people know I was a BTC maxi, and it was just really just based on just getting a lot of wrong information until I was set straight by a community member. And yeah, then the rest is history. And so it's been a fun journey for sure. It really has been fun. And you really made yourself famous with those socks that you brought for everybody,
Yeah.
right? Tell everyone about that who may not know.
So I generally believe that this is probably going to be written on my gravestone at some point in the future. I woke up one morning and wanted a pair of XRP socks and scoured the internet for them, couldn't find any anywhere. I knew Ripple had a pair of their own in-house socks, which I have a pair of, but I wanted XRP. And at the time, it was when Ripple were sort of distancing themselves away from XRP, and they came up with the logo competition, which I also got involved in actually. And it was just, I wanted a really nice pair of socks, so I couldn't find any. So I had to go and buy 100 pairs. And so I designed 100 pairs of socks and put them on Twitter, and they just flew out. So I kind of got the name Crypto Man from people. And then I started ordering more and more and more. And then Brad Garlinghouse had a couple of pairs, and he wore them live at Swell and on his AMA. And then there's that famous moment of David Schwartz on his hands and knees at Swell with his tongue out, licking his own face on the sock. And yeah, sort of my crypto journey through that just kind of blasted off. And I think you'll be quite happy to know that they are actually making a comeback as part of the Wild Stag Treehouse merch shop. So you'll be pretty pleased about that.
So you've got this project and you're building on the XRP Ledger. I think everybody should know, why did you choose to build on the XRP Ledger?
So the XRP is the Ledger is mine and the team's home. This is where we are building bridges with people, and we've got lots of friends on here. But one of the main things that we love about the XRPL is that it's green, and our whole project revolves around it being green. And we feel that with people like West Wind and XRP Labs and stuff, people like that who are building on this project and on the Ledger, they're just going to make it bigger and better. And we want to be a part of that. And we've got the same sort of vision as Ripple, where they're always reaching out and helping organizations and helping people and charities and be green and stuff. And that's exactly what we envision as well. And we're not even taking into consideration that it's the fastest and cheapest and one of the safest blockchains out there. It's more to do with the environment, that it's just such a great blockchain to be on.
And your project kind of crosses over into bringing nature with one of the partners that you've partnered with, right? And also the NFT, that is the Stag NFT, is going to give some special benefits. So try to explain to everybody what the project is going to do.
Okay, so, well, first of all, I'll go through a few of the team members. So we've got Mike Bond and Luke Rigby. So they've been in the XRP community for years. They're both carpenters by trade, which will be excellent for the designs of the treehouse. They are also the founders of Market Perceptions, which is a trading group as well. So they've got some really good history with crypto and also with building as well. So they're really key to the team. And we've also got John Lambert as well, who's a dev, who's in charge of the blockchain side of things and the web design. We have Afshana, who is our in-house architect, who has designed all of the architect plans for the tree houses. So you'll get to see a little bit of that in a moment. We have Spec-Op, and he is our community manager, who is helping run with the community in Discord and Twitter. And also we have King himself, King Solomon, as a brand ambassador as well. So our project is, we're an NFT project focused on key things like helping the environment, family life, adventure, and reminding people that we have a big, beautiful world out there. And the key thing for our project is that we want to help the world thrive and give back to the world that we're taking for granted at the moment. The best part of our project, we feel, is that we're going to be buying woodlands and building treehouse accommodations on there for our community to come and interact with each other and stay and build memories with their families and just come away from the stress of life and hit that reset button and get back out there. You know, that's one of the best parts of our roadmap that we've got. So we're all about family. We're all families, we've got children. And I think one of the biggest problems that we're seeing in the NFT space is that we're all focused about going into the future. So you've got the metaverse and stuff. And one of the key things that we noticed is that a lot of people are addicted to social media, and we're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of it, but we want to kind of like go the opposite direction to that. And we want to get people out into nature and enjoy their time with their families. Because for me personally, I know that my family, my kids will grow up and they'll remember that the adventures that they've had at waterfalls, in forests and the beach and stuff like that, rather than being in a metaverse or on a screen and stuff like that. So we're very community focused and we just want to make a difference to the world.
Yeah, I know you're correct, because every time I hear of a person who spends a lot of time online, when they do take a break, like Tony Thinking Crypto just came back from a week away, and one of the first things people always say is how refreshed they feel, because we sometimes do just need a little more balance in our life. And I
Absolutely.
was seeing on Twitter that you were doing a zip line with your son, I think.
Yeah.
And then also pulling through some big culvert pipe, which looked which looked really, really fun. But you're right, that balance is something we all need to work harder on. And so I think your project is fantastic in that it is going to provide that balance. And I really do like the partnership that you did with the Plant the Tree organization. That really does provide some tremendous benefit to our planet. So yeah, thank you for thinking of that.
Yeah, so with One Tree Planted, we did a lot of research with companies that plant trees, and we spoke to a few of the projects. But the one thing that really stood out for us with One Tree Planted is that they're worldwide, and they can set up community events where people don't just pay money to plant trees. They actually come down as a community at on any part of the planet and actually get their hands a little bit dirty as well. So that was a really big thing for us, that in the future, when we get to a certain part of our roadmap, we would be putting it out there like to our community, saying who wants to come down and who wants to have fun and plant trees and make a difference to the world. We've actually became an official business partner with them, and we've already got off to a great start by planting 550 trees. And we're planting 4 trees actually per NFT sold. So 4 trees planted per NFT. which over a 25-year growth life, this alone locks up 1.2 tons of carbon, which is the equivalent to 3,000 miles in a standard car.
Fabulous. Yeah, so I see that your big date was June 30th, right? That's when everything became live. Can you show us, do a screen share to show us what one of the NFTs look like, and then also show us what that treehouse plan is going to look like?
Let me just, I'll find the treehouse for you.
It looks fantastic. It's centered and I can see it quite well. 2
So
bedrooms
this is
with a
yeah,
capacity to sleep 6 people.
yeah.
It's got this open living space, the panoramic views. Yeah, I saw the one shot from the inside looking out. That was really fantastic. Balconies, terrace, a natural swimming pool I missed. Where is that? Inside?
No, so that'll be built into the foundations of around the treehouse.
I gotcha.
Built into the ground, not too close to the treehouse, but in and around the area.
And it'll be powered through solar energy solely, or just helped along with? Do you think you'd do a combination, or is it?
No, so we want to be the greenest that we possibly can be. So we want to be efficient energy wise. So when we try to buy woodlands and we are looking around for the right land to buy, there might not be an opportunity for electricity running through the ground in that sort of area. So we want to be sustainable by renewable energies 100%. We want to use renewable sources as much as we possibly can. Obviously there will be foundations that are built where we can't really avoid that sort of situation, but as much wood as we can possibly build out of it. Now I do actually have a little bit of a sneak preview for you for the first time, because our community hasn't even seen this yet. But on the next page, we've got sort of our blueprint plan. So these are the blueprints that were created by Afshana. So we've got these two here and these two here. So it breaks it down of basically
the elevations.
Yeah, how big they are, what sort of ideas we've got. But you mentioned the roundness of them before, and we kind of want to mimic the land, so it looks like a tree as well. So it's not, if someone's driving from a far distance, they can just see something sticking out in the background. It'll be blending in with the nature, which is a really key thing for us to do.
Yeah, Frank Lloyd Wright was one of the architects who was always paying, and Sullivan, his mentor, they always talked about how important it is to pay attention to the surroundings so that there is this beautiful blend of paying attention to the surroundings to match the actual design of the structure. And I think you
Absolutely.
I think you've done it very well. Thank
you. I'm really proud of it. Yeah, it's really cool.
So 3 levels, right?
3 levels. Yeah, 3 levels. It'll be a place. So what we want to achieve is we want to achieve people who don't come and stay a night and feel as though they've been a little bit rough in the wilds and then go home and feel as though they've got to try and reset then. We want a place where people don't actually want to leave. And then when they do actually leave, they do feel refreshed. They do feel as though they've actually just relaxed and kind of enjoyed themselves and had adventures and stuff, and then go home, rather than a little rough night where you feel as though you're in nature, but you can't wait to dive home and have a shower and get into your own bed. That's not what we're trying to create. We're trying to create a really cool place for people to come and relax and look after their own mental well-being, you know, and reset themselves.
I think the days of me sleeping in a tent that is where it's raining and it's leaking and there's black ants in my sleeping bag, I'm beyond that. I'm past that. So this is a great next stage for me to get out into nature, but have a little bit of some luxury. Yeah,
definitely. So this is a wild stag NFT, and I've chose to show you this one because obviously it's got the cryptos hanging off here. So you've got David Schwartz on that one, and Brad, your XRP and your Ripple socks. That were the things that started my whole journey off in crypto. The wild stags are 10,000 of them, and they were all hand drawn by myself. It took me actually 6 months to design them all.
Wow, I had no idea, David. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so every single line that you see on them, every single detail is all hand drawn by myself.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's so many different traits, so many different skins. Some skins, some traits have perks, which is all listed. So we have a trait section in our community Discord, and it's going live on the website soon. So for example, if you mint a wild stag with the socks, you'll get 50% off a purchase of socks. But also you have to bear in mind as well as the team's only keeping 1% back for themselves. So we see other projects, some of them keeping up to 40% back for themselves, but we're keeping 1%. So we aren't allowed really to find the stag that we want and that we keep. We have to go through a minting process ourselves. So it's just a little warning for the viewers that if any of you pull out a sock one, I'm coming for that NFT off you if I don't pull one myself. So yeah.
Will these be traded on XRP? Is that do I have that correct?
Yeah, so we did a lot of research into different marketplaces and platforms, and we actually had a chat with on XRP via Zoom, and we wanted to figure out what they're about, where they're going, and we actually met with them in person as well. Now, Kaj is just like, when we met Kaj, he's such a nice guy, and he was explaining his vision, and we explained to him about our project and stuff, and it was kind of like when you first meet somebody, it just fit. And with on XRP, what they've been doing in the market so far since they've launched is just absolutely incredible. I mean, one of the big things that they've done that's absolutely huge is they've allowed US investors to start buying XRP again, which is, in my eyes, that's absolutely huge.
Agreed.
So we're really happy to be launching on XRP when XLS 20 is out. That'll be for the stags, but we launched an IOU last week. What we wanted to do as a project, Eri, is we actually wanted to mint live on XLS 20. But what you can't do is you can't do giveaways and you can't do rewards for the community. So the only way that we could get around that was to create an IOU. So we brought an IOU out. So what you have to do is you have to set your trust line, and then you have to go to on XRP, or you can go to the Sologenic market and you can swap XRP for 1 IOU of a stag. So then when it goes live and minting day comes, then you can exchange that IOU for an NFT.
I got you. So and you don't know what that NFT will look like when it mints. It's a total random, I don't want to say luck of the draw, but it mints randomly. So that's kind of exciting because you don't know what yours is going to look like until it's minted.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll all be completely and utterly random. So we have some community members saying that they want this and they want that and stuff, but that's the really exciting part. I've taken part of buying NFTs at the minting process, and I've minted one and I'm like, that's not what I wanted. So I've minted a second, and I've minted a third, and I've minted a fourth, and I'm like, right, that's it, I've got it, I'm finding it, I'm happy with that. And it's all part of the excitement of minting.
So also too, when you own this NFT, it comes with some perks for the treehouse usage, is that right?
Absolutely. So we are using NFTs as a gateway. So we have something in our location, and I'm not sure if they're in your location as well, but we have something called the National Trust. And what they do is they look after historical land and buildings and stuff. And you can buy a membership and you have to pay yearly. So we're kind of taking that into a different direction, whereas if you own an NFT of a wild stag, you'll receive discounts and priorities of the treehouse bookings.
And so the first treehouse is going to be built in the UK. Did I read that right on the white paper?
Yeah, so we want to make tree houses all over, but we're all based in the UK and we want to get off the ground running. So we know the laws. We have carpenters in the team, so that we're all going to be a very hands-on project of building them ourselves, as well as having other people come in to help. We've also explained to our community as well that if you are in the UK and you want to come around and help, then that would be amazing as well. But to avoid having us fly out of the country for extended periods of time, our first build will be UK based. We'll get it right. We'll get it first time, and then we'll be moving to a different continent.
I really look forward to the day you come to Japan.
Oh, I've wanted to come to Japan for such a long time. It's unbelievable.
There's a lot of great forest here in this. Actually, 70% of the country is mountainous. I don't know, most people don't know that, but
Oh wow.
yeah, it's a very mountainous country. And so
That's a very good fluff, Eri. That's
yeah,
a very good fluff.
there would be lots of great places, and there's some really old forests too, you know, the forests that have trees that are thousands of years old. So there'd be a lot of possibilities.
And the beautiful thing about our project and these tree houses is that, as you're aware, that we're planting trees with NFTs, but our project is something that we never want to stop planting trees. So we're actually, once we run out of NFTs, we're not going to just stop planting. So what we're planning on doing is, we've actually got some merchandise in the pipeline. I think you'll like one of them, because a lot of projects, what they do is they do stuff like this that I'm wearing, where they'll just, this is a staff t-shirt where they'll just put the NFT on the front. What we're doing is we're actually sort of creating an adventure brand. So it will appeal to people that are outside of crypto and outside of NFTs. So on the front, it's got, I'm not sure if you've seen this logo before, but we've got the XRP logo with the stag horns attached to it. So that's going to be on the front, but on the back, we've got this really nice, actually Japanese looking mountain, red sunset, trees with a tree house in, all lined and stuff. So every bit of merch that we sell, that'll help plant towards trees. Socks are coming back, that'll help to plant towards trees. And this is where the tree planting will go to the next level, because once we start getting bookings for the tree houses, that's when the big numbers will come in for the amount of trees that we'll be planting. Because if we've got our own woodlands, then we'll be planting our own trees, as well as helping with around the world with one tree planted as well.
I'm really, really happy that you have come and shared it with us, Dave. I really appreciate that.
I'm really thankful that you've had us on, Eri. It's been such a long time that I've known you, and I've always wanted to be on your show. So I'm really glad that I've managed to come today and meet you and have a chat about the project that we're going forward and being excited about.
I'm just sure that there is a treehouse stay in my future. I feel sure about that.
So there's a lot of things that we're working on in the background, such as carbon credits, that will really help us take us way past just planting trees. But we're a project that doesn't want to overpromise and underdeliver. So we're keeping a lot of things that are not really known to anybody quite close to our chests until we're confident that we can get that part of the project up and running. So what you see and what the community see is just the very tip of the iceberg of what we're actually trying to achieve with trying to help the planet be a more environmentally friendly place to be. I'd love for everybody to come and check out our white paper. It's a few pages long, so you will have to take a little bit of time to sit out and read it, because we wanted to go into a lot of detail about our project and what our vision is. And we actually only just applied for the Ripple grant a couple of days ago, so that's pretty exciting for us as well.
Good luck, good luck. Yeah, I'll be sure to put all your socials in this description of the video so that people can have an easy link to jump over to read your white paper and find your Discord and find you on Twitter.
Well, we would like to do an IOU giveaway for you, Eri. So if any of your listeners would like to have a chance of winning an IOU, if anybody's watched this video, give it a thumbs up and join the Discord. If Eri can put up a little invite of her own, because she is in our Discord, if she can put up her own little invite, then we can keep track of who comes in from this video, and we'll make an announcement of a winner from that.
That's great. Yeah, I'll do that. I didn't know you had something like that planned, but that sounds really fun for everyone. I'll be sure to do that. All right, so in the meantime, while we're waiting for the XLS20 to go live, people can then make their trust line happen, grab that IOU, and be ready and waiting to see what they come up with on the minting process, which is going to be very, very fun. And I think we're going to be lucky enough to see that XLS20 not too far away, right?
Sounds there's a few rumors kicking around that it's coming very soon.
I am definitely one of those that's looking forward to it, along with so many other projects. So I wish you the very best and would love to catch up with you again when you get further along with the first treehouse when it gets under construction. And if I have one that I mint with those socks, I know you're going to be looking for it, but
I will be hunting you down.
I think I'll be giving it up. Super fun. I just love your project, and I think it is going to be very successful. And thanks so much for sharing. Give my best to your team.
Thank you very much. And as soon as we start getting further down the project, it would be really nice to catch up with you again, and we could have the rest of the team involved as well.
Sounds good, Dave. I will talk to you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye now. Thank you.
Bye-bye.